Good afternoon here from the Bushveld in South Africa on what is most definitely an early start to winter. Autumn has moved in. Right, for those of you that don't know, I'm Jackie. This is the Oracle Times. I do Oracle, tea leaf, and tarot readings from the Bushveld. Yes, on a wildlife estate, I am surrounded by wildlife such as warthogs and giraffe and zebra and waterbuck. And as I will promise you and keep promising you, one day I will take you out there and show you. I'd just like to add, if you'd like a personal or private reading, I will be putting the links in the description box below. My website is where you go to get that, order it or purchase it. I also make bespoke collectors soft cloth dolls. You can order one if you like for a special occasion or for somebody special, or I have a small selection available as well. I'll also put that link in the description box below. Libra, this is your reading. So for the month of April, we are now going to have a look at the fated elements using the tea leaf cards. I then do a relationship reading using the romance angel cards. I won't always use exactly the same cards, but this is what I feel like using this month. Finally, we finish up with the fairy cards that give you the energies for the month of April, the energies that you can best use to get what you want in the month of April. I have already taken these cards and shuffled them quite a bit, but I'm going to do it just a little bit more. Right, Libra, so what's coming up for you guys in the month of April? Now remember, the fated elements are usually described by the tea leaf cards. In other words, these are the people and situations that will come into your life in the month of April. Depending on your belief system, you call them in because that's what you want in your life. Your belief system can also be it's fated, it's just what comes into your month, or you're just interested to know what's coming up. Either way, it's going to work for you. Okay, so your first card up for the month of April, Libra, is compliments from an admirer. That's very nice. Nice way to start the month of April. The next card coming up for you is seek out the information that will help you. So you're going to be doing a little bit of sleuthing, a little bit of digging into things. Third card that comes up for you, happiness. This is a nice reading. These are nice cards. They feel nice. The whole reading does have a nice feel to it. Two cards come up then. Interestingly enough, when I was shuffling the cards, this card fell out. And I thought, well, I'm not going to take note of it unless it comes up again. It has come up again. Unsuccessful plans. Let's not get too worried yet. The second card is beware of greed. Okay, now this is interesting. I feel a story coming up there. Then the card comes up, hidden secrets may harm you. And then the next card that comes up is situation in the balance that requires careful handling. The next card is temptation will test you. And I'm going to pick a final card. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. This is interesting because it starts out good and it has a good feeling about it, and then news is on your way. And I wasn't even going to pick that card, but I felt myself doing it. So let's have a look here. What is the story here? So you start out the month with someone admiring or appreciating you, and they're going to say so. For some of you, this is really welcome. This is something you've been waiting for. You need to do a bit of digging about this person or the situation. It's going to bring you happiness ultimately. First up, though, not everything's going to go according to plan. So you have expectations of this compliment, okay? And you think it's going to go down a certain path, and it's definitely going to make you happy, but it's headed down a little bit of a different path than what you're anticipating. The don't be greedy is don't think things are going to fly off and just carry on down that road that you were so hoping it was going to happen. It's going to happen differently, and it's going to happen slowly. There's something that you're keeping to yourself, that you're not telling this person that gave you the compliment, that can possibly be a bit of a problem in the future. So be upfront straight from the beginning about something that you need to know, you need to be upfront about. Because you're going to be tempted to keep this to yourself. But the situation's going to be a bit wonky if you do that, okay? That's somebody trying to make you do something against your will, followed by the card that says news is on its way, tells me that even if they try to make you do something against your will, news comes in that prevents them from doing that, or prevents you feeling the need to do whatever it is. Okay, this is interesting. This is really interesting. So you get a compliment at the beginning of the month. You need to Hi, Larushka. So nice to see you again. Okay, so a compliment comes in from someone. You need to do a little bit of digging here because whoever this person is and whatever the compliment is, there's a little bit more to them. They're going to bring you happiness, okay? So we're recapping this story. But it's not going to go according to the plans that you think it's going to go according to. So don't be in a hurry. Don't be greedy. And whatever it is that you're holding back from this person because you're worried about telling them, I would be careful of that. It might come back to bite you at some stage because this situation needs a little bit careful handling. You may be tempted to keep it a secret, but I think you're going to need to bring it out fairly quickly so that it doesn't come back to bite you. And whatever it is that somebody tries to make you do, and this is someone else, this isn't the same person that's giving you that compliment, some kind of news comes in that stops them from doing it. Okay? This is the most fascinating reading for you guys. Feedback, guys, feedback. I want to know how this plays out in your life by the end of April. Okay, so let's have you look at your relationship cards because what I can tell you is that is relationship orientated. It feels that way. It definitely feels that way. And it's romance for some of you. Others of you, it can be a deep connection with some of you, but it's a heart connection. This isn't a business thing we're talking about here. It doesn't feel like that. Okay, so let's look at these relationship cards. Right, first one that comes up for you guys, romantic feelings. That much we've ascertained already because that compliment is coming from someone that you're going to have romantic feelings for. And this card says your feelings are real and worth exploring. That much we've figured out already too, okay? The next card is very soon. Whee! Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Excuse the squeak. Okay, so there's definitely something coming up in the month of April. It's a biggie. I can feel it's a biggie. Okay, new love. So, for many of you that have been waiting for a long time, and I know there are those of you that have been waiting, you've been getting readings from me, you've been waiting and hoping. April looks like it could very well be the month where this happens. Someone you're going to have romantic feelings for. It's happening very soon, and it's possibly a new person. Those of you that are in relationships that weathered the Uranus storm of 8 years, firstly, congratulations to you and your partner, because not many weathered that storm. You're going to be rekindling your relationship. You're going to be rekindling those romantic feelings for one another again. Something comes up in April that has that happening again, provided you're actually wanting to be with this person. Okay, I know Librans that are in relationships that manage to weather Uranus, that genuinely still want to be in those relationships. You find something in April brings those feelings, those good connected feelings with your partner again. So this is a pretty exciting reading for you guys. I want to look at your energy card so we can see what it is that you can work with in April that will help you with the situation and life in general, because not much has come up here about your working life or your career life. But maybe that coasts along fairly happily in April, and not much has to be said about it. It's a relationship thing that is cropping up here for you guys. Very most definitely, and an intriguing one at that. Right, so let's see what your energy card says. Your first one up is intuition. I'm not surprised by that. Okay, intuition is the ability to listen to your higher self. So, these situations are going to require you to listen to that hunch, that gut feeling. You're going to be getting gut feelings, okay? That's first and foremost what this card is saying. Major gut feelings. Don't ignore them. It's not a sore stomach. Okay, right. The next card that comes up is opportunity. We've already seen that shown up. Okay, now I just want to stop here a sec. When we read what's on the card, then I'm going to just explain a bit. When your eyes are open wide, opportunities you never thought possible will manifest. I want to say something here. I'm being really pushed to say this to you. Over the last few years, you've possibly had opportunities coming up, and they've been false starts. This time, it's the real thing. The real opportunities cropped up. You may get those gut feelings and you may think, I've had this before, feels just like a sore stomach. But this time, pay attention. You've been given these cards to say to you, pay attention this time. Something very real, something you never thought possible is about to manifest. Okay, so pay close attention and don't ignore what it is. The final one, prosperity. Now that is a really nice card to get. The inner power supplied by spiritual prosperity lasts an eternity. The thing I want to say about this is, you guys, Librans, have built up spiritual muscle over the last decade, definitely decade, that has possibly given you the kind of character and the kind of worthiness that will bring things into your life that you have just dreamt about. Okay? And yes, Larushka, this applies to you too. So April brings in something really big. It brings in just the beginning of this opportunity, and you got to trust your gut and go your gut with this, and it's going to manifest into something you possibly hadn't even dreamed of. You'd wished for something like this, but you hadn't dreamed of it, because you have now built up powerful spiritual muscle, and that's what brings manifestation into life. Okay? So I suggest that you listen to this reading again, because there will be messages in there that will sort of come to light, that you will understand more clearly after listening to it a few times. Listen again later in the month. You will hear other things that you didn't hear the first time around. Right, Libra? What I can say, and being a Libra myself, as some of you already know, it's going to be an exciting month, April. Very exciting. I want to thank you for watching, listening, chatting to me, Larishka. Thank you. And liking, subscribing. If you'd like personal private reading, I do an amazing soulmate reading. I will put that link in the description box below a little bit later, along with a link to where you can purchase my one-of-a-kind soft cloth dolls that I love to make as well. Thank you, guys. We will speak soon again.